So hey guys, I'm back with another video and I will be doing a plan with me. I will be planning from June 22nd to the 28th, and I will be using a printable kit from my favorite shop on Etsy, Tralala stickers. I absolutely adore her kits, and when I purchase, I go ham. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell for notifications of my next upload. And the name of this kit was something weird. Like, I think it was called like coffee. I'm just showing you the sheets here. I do have my own sticker shop, so I do print and cut my own stickers. That's mainly why I have gotten into printables, because they have been more affordable for me. I still have my favorite physical planner shops, but I do find that some of the printable shops out there are selling the same artwork as some of these physical shops, and it's more cost effective for me to purchase the printable kit, because I can go ahead and reuse it for as many times as I want to. So if you guys are interested in having like a printable planner haul, I could go ahead and do that, just so I could show you some of my favorite shops that's out there. There are some real hidden gems, and I do purchase from multiple, down to script stickers, character stickers, all kind of stuff. So just let me know if you'll be interested in that. You could go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to go ahead and film that. So back to this plan with me. So this plan with me, originally I was not going to, this was a talk through, I was not going to do a voiceover because I didn't feel like editing and all that stuff. But when I looked at it, the footage was like an hour and some change, and I was like, do I really want to post that? I didn't know. So here we are at voiceover. I'm just going ahead and laying down I laid down my bottom washi already. I'm just getting my date dots together, and I did a little stupid ass thing here where I put the wrong date, but that's one of my usuals. If you have been watching my plan with me's, then you know I usually do things like that. But anyway, this week in general is a big week for me in terms of my filming schedule, because I have my budgeted videos coming out this week, as well as I have kicked off the start of my YouTube channel for my cosmetic brand. So I do plan on uploading there at least 3 to 5 times as well. So it's really imperative that when I schedule these videos, I really schedule the time to film, as well as I want to go ahead and get my new releases prepped and finished and up, so I don't have to worry about that, as well as I have orders for my lip gloss business. So my days, as far as how I have it scheduled out for me to work, is probably going to change just a tad bit. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to get into the reason why this was a pretty chatty plan with me. Now, if you have been living under a rock, which I don't think you have, but I did address this like in another video. I don't know if I posted that already, but the whole drama with Erin Condren. And when I first did my first video, I was speaking, about how it's unfortunate that Erin Condren, did this, because I bought my planners. I plan on using them. I won't stop using them. I do make stickers to fit inside of them. Honestly, my stickers could fit inside of any planner with the same dimensions, so I'm not worried about that. My sticker was never really catered towards only Erin Condren users. Maybe some of the colors, but I mean, is rainbow colors that you can go ahead and basically get anywhere. It's not like it was anything special. But the reason why it was so long, and I'm just building up my sidebar at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put my little glitter headers up, is that Erin Condren herself made a statement that everybody was not feeling, which in the end, everybody is entitled to their opinion. And this might be like an unpopular opinion, like Black Girl Edition, because as a Black person, I don't consider myself in this planner community because that's a whole nother thing in itself. I feel I'm just a girl that likes to play with stickers, and that's what it has been about for me, and what is always going to be about for me. But what I was saying was that, you know, Erin Condren is just the face of her brand. She does not run her brand. And it's unfortunate because people cannot separate the difference, and it has become like this jump on cancel Erin Condren. So I'm in a number of Black planner groups. I'm in EC planner groups, and I'm only in the EC planner groups because, you know, I use Erin Condren. I myself will not be hashtagging Erin Condren in my posts. I will not be mentioning that I will be using it, but as you can see, I am using it. And why I'm doing that, because while I can separate the brand from the person, I will not feed my dollars into that person, because in the end, the person is still benefiting from you purchasing from them. Now, she already got my coin, so I fully intend to use my planners because she has them. Now, I see both sides of it. A lot of people have, you know, shops have reformatted their listings or renamed their listings, and I get it. But for the people that are in these groups and just hounding, like, in the end, you have to do what's best for you. And if you didn't take that initiative before the whole Black Lives Matter movement has become very mainstream, because for right now is a very in thing. And when I say very in, is because other skin tones, because I'm going to be nice, other tones have jumped on it and they want to bring awareness. But it's more than just putting your dollar where your mouth is. What are you actively doing in your community to dismount that foundation that has been built on what the Black Lives Matter is movement is trying to represent? That's what's important. So I feel like before you try to judge Erin Condren, and I'm not defending her, I definitely see both sides of it, because that's just the kind of person that I am. I do feel like that we need to take a step back and try to implement change in our backyard. Like, I can't change Erin Condren's mindset. That is up to her to make that decision to educate herself further and understand her actions, because at the end of the day, what she wants to do with her kids is what she wants to do with her kids. I'm not going to tell her what she needs to do with her kids, just like I'm not going to tell my sister how to talk to her kid. But I do think with them using the Black Lives Matter movement as a reason for them to protest and march in the rules, because that's what I had the issue with. That was the issue. Not that if they want to get coronavirus, that's their business. They could afford to get coronavirus in Calabasas or whatever the hell she live at, because she could afford that if that's what she wants to do. And you know, and if that's what the 600 seniors that gather, they want to risk that. I feel like that's their prerogative. That's their business. I'm over here in Newark, minding my business with my mask on in my house, quarantining. And that's my prerogative if I want to walk outside without a mask. Because at the end of the day, we all have the right to do what we want to do. That's what I'm saying. But in the point of, you know, saying one thing and then you bend that to you bend it to where it meets to where you want it to meet. That's the issue that I have there, and that's why I have decided to not affiliate at all. Because in the end, even if you support the brand, you're still supporting her. Now, that's why I'm doing it. And I want to make it very clear that this is why I'm doing it, because I had time to process and time to think. It's the same reason why, as much as I love R. Kelly music, I will not play R. Kelly music, because I do not believe in covering for a rapist. And that is something that happens very often in Black communities, is that, this is what happens. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not even going to go into that, but it's the same thing. But what I'm not going to do is this cancel culture, because this whole cancel culture all over the internet is ridiculous. I think if you're going to do something beforehand, it shouldn't even get to the point of cancel culture, because if you're buying from somebody, you're buying from somebody because those views, you're not, research. And I always say research, and I'm really saying research because, some of y'all elected Donald Trump. Some of you Black people voted for Donald Trump, and he has been a known racist even before it came out into the public. Who didn't know that Donald Trump was a racist? Some of you Black people have been on The Apprentice. Like, at the end of the day, you have to be able to sleep at night for yourself. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. I always say this line is from a Jay-Z song. I may not always be right, but I'm always real. That's how I sleep at night. And I honestly, wholeheartedly agree with that. And that's what I represent. It may not be right to you, but I am being, this is my truth. So this is how I can close my eyes and be at peace with whatever I say on here, whatever I say on my Instagram, whatever I say to my mother, whatever I say in my house, whatever I say to my daughter, because I'm living, my truth and what it is that I stand for. So when we out here, cancel B Simone, cancel Happy Planner, cancel Aaron let me tell you something. If I don't even use Happy Planner like that, number one. Number two, I was never a whole part of like this cult. You follow and you place these people on pedestals as if they are gods, and this is the problem. And then when they don't live up to these expectations, it's let's cancel. Let's cancel. If you're going to support somebody, you're going to support them because that's what you wanted to do, not because you thought that they was this perfect person, or you thought that Erin Condren didn't understand her white privilege, because at this point she didn't. I don't think she still does. And I think she needs this time to take a break and reflect on what it is that she wants to represent for her own brand. Because at the end of the day, that's her brand and what she wants to represent. If you don't want to spend your coins with Erin Condren, then that's fine. But if somebody else wants to spend their coins with Erin Condren, you can't cancel them. That's their business and what they do. Maybe they identify with the brand and not identify with the person. So for them, it's okay to spend their money with the brand because they like it. And honestly, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It's nothing like the Hourly out there. I don't care if you want to put 5,000 recollections in my face. I don't like the recollection planners. It's just simple. I like the paper because I like the paper. I like the planner because I like the planner. I didn't buy it because it was Erin Condren's name on there. And if you show me something that looks like this Hourly, I'm going to go and pick it up. But I want my sidebar. I want my sidebar on the left. Okay? I want my lines on the left. I want my bottom bar to be how it look. I want my top to be how it look because that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So if it is a problem for some of y'all that your panties are so in a bunch, get your ass up, go out there and march, get your ass up, go out there and protest, get your ass up, go out there and vote for your state, city, and local officials. Get your ass up and go and vote in the primary elections. Get your ass up and go vote for those I'm sorry, for those officials that go and elect these judges in the courts. Start in your own backyard and make the difference before you can sit there and judge somebody else or tell somebody else how they're supposed to, appeal to the black community. Because that's all this is at this point. As far as I see, you're appealing because you want to keep the black dollar. And if you don't want to buy and you want to support please support black businesses wholeheartedly, because this is another problem of mine too. See, don't start asking what people out black owned businesses are selling. You should already know what black owned businesses are selling plants, because at the end of the day, you should be putting your money in your community and with your people first, because the Jews do it, the Chinese do it, and as we can see, the other skin tones do it as well. So while you out here going so hard for Erin Condren, this is the problem why it's so hurtful to you from the beginning, because she was not representing your interests in the first place. If you're going to make a purchase and this is going to define how it is that you purchase and where you spend your money, you should have been buying black from the beginning. Okay? You go and you buy from Gucci and they had a shirt with nooses around the neck, but you got that Gucci bag. So this is, as you can see, this is why my plan with me was so crazy. It's more than, Black Lives Matter challenge in the community. Let's go ahead and do Black Lives Matter spread. Because I'm not black just on Juneteenth, or I'm black every day. This is this is who I am every day. This is who I have always been as a kid growing up. When people, say shit, and then it's like, well, what are you doing for yourself to make the difference, make the change yourself? What are you doing yourself? And I'm not saying that this is a justification for Erin Condren, because it is not. But the whole cancel culture and the things that we do and create on the internet because we get to sit behind a computer, or I get to sit behind a camera and talk shit, is real life out here. Because when I see you, you don't have that same energy. So keep that same energy across the board. Because I could sit here and tell you at this time that Erin Condren is canceled, but I could be on my computer looking at plays right now. All I'm saying is, before we jump on this bandwagon or jump on this cancel culture, do the research yourself and make the decision for yourself as to why you're not doing something. Because I see so many people in a bunch. Like, for what? I don't even know what Happy Planner did, but obviously it was so bad that the owners stepped down. Now, let me tell you something. A racist is a racist. It don't need to be some big thing and they need to rear their head or show their head. They have always been who they were. Now, if you didn't recognize that before you was pouring so many dollars into the Happy Planner brand, then that's on you. That's not on them, because they basically finessed you. Now, if you want to be above the finessing, then do the necessary work that is needed to be done. And only then can you pass judgment, in my opinion, because then you could say, well, this is what I have done, this is what you could do. But nobody on this planet is going to ever be able to do that, because nobody is perfect. Everybody has to do the necessary steps and the necessary research to live in their truth and to speak their truth and to educate others if those others seek to be educated. Because in the end, I'm not going to teach you something that you can learn yourself. The history of systematic racism and injustices done to black people is a whole fucking plethora of stuff that you could go ahead and see, and you shouldn't just stop it as in this is what I didn't learn or this is what I did learn in school. And Black people, teach your kids your history, learn your history, and you teach it to your children so that you're not dependent on a book in a school to teach your kid to be Black and proud. That teach your kids the truth. And if you don't know the truth and you need to educate yourself, but stop depending on the TV and the newspaper and the internet and Facebook and Instagram to teach your kids their history and their heritage. Is no excuse for that. So, with that said, after my rant is over, I have started planning. I did have a lot of plans for this week in the first place, other than getting to the post office, finishing up my orders, and my planning out my videos, and maybe some cleaning things. The last day of school is upon us. And my kid is going back to school fairly early. They're going back to school August 30th. So this gives me time to figure out that sinking fund for school uniforms, which they haven't figured out how the kids are going back to school. So the Meyers need to get it together. This is what we need to be worrying about. The children and how they're going back to school and how they won't be affected by coronavirus. How I won't be affected by coronavirus in general. How I will protect myself and my kid from possibly, something happening to us, and how I can make a active difference in my community without me just donating to a cause, because in the end, that's not really helping anything. Like, you could just say, oh, I gave money to this cause. Well, did you research to see where that money is really going, or did you research to see what the head of those boards are, what they look like, and what they do? Because that's what you need to do when you talking about the Black dollar and the power of the Black dollar. It should stay in the community. Instead of you going to, I don't know, go to a Black-owned grocery store, or go to a Black-owned laundromat, or go to a Black-owned owner McDonald's, a franchisee. This is how you keep the dollars in your community. Try to find out Black-owned banks and you bank there instead of banking at Chase. Because, see, let's be clear. Wells Fargo went and gave out everybody information that have an account with them, and they still got people banking with them. I'll just let that sink with. You can't even protect your dollar in the banks. So, like I said, we're on to Wednesday. I don't have a lot planned other than ATM runs, finishing up some orders. That's how my whole week is looking. I do have to pick up a packet from my daughter's school. They will be doing online learning for the rest of the summer, and she will be doing virtual summer camp. We'll see how this goes, but sis need it because she needs to stay on track. And hopefully by next year, and I'll say next year because I think that's when we'll really be in the clear and into this new way of living, which we actually will be. Will be in a better place. I honestly never in my 30 years of living thought that I would be in the middle of a pandemic that looked like this. So this is very new. This is something to tell my grandchildren about, if I have any, blessed to have some. And that's it. We have a couple of birthdays this week, so I did go ahead and mark that. I have my aunt's birthday, my cousin's birthday, and I did use emojis for the Coffee's Monsters Co. I did put down faux boxes because, again, I want to make my spreads look more uniform. And I want to really start using all the stickers that I have because I think it's important. That's another thing, girl. The spender is out of control. When I do this, my updates, and when I do my debt update, because it's, Lord, I made progress and then it's like I spent the progress. I have an end goal, but July really needs to buckle down, I guess. But I'll get into that in my budgeting video. Friday, again, I didn't have a lot planned other than working and getting everything finished up for my new releases. Today is the last day that you could go ahead and save 30% off July kits. They will be coming down in the shop tomorrow. So if you're interested in picking up any stickers or budgeting kits, do head over to my Etsy shop at Simply Roll Budgets. I'm jiggling my keys if you can hear it. And go ahead and save yourself some Mondays if that is it. Saturday, I just took a half box, put down filming day because I will be doing a lot of filming to prepare for the next week. I took another full box and put that down. I will be leaving space just to mark some extra stuff that I need to mark. And then as usual, Sunday is my chill day. I have been taking pretty much a break from doing too much on Saturday and Sunday in terms of my businesses. The only thing I try to do really is market on my Instagram, which I market every day, but I'm usually working in marketing. But Saturday and Sunday, I literally take that time to do nothing. Even though I should be cleaning, I don't. I'll just be honest. So I'm putting another full box down. I do need to mark that I have a bill due on this day, as well as planning time, because that's the time that I sit down and update everything that needs to be updated, and I'll go ahead and fill out stuff and make like not a permanent schedule, but a somewhat idea of what I want my next week to look like. As you can see, I have stickers everywhere, and that's just it. I do need to go ahead and pay my Victoria's Secret. I wonder if that's what I wrote here, because the rest of my bills is pretty much like auto pay, so it is what it is. I did decide to do something a little bit different with this spread. I am going to take the deco in the kit and just put it on the page. I did take deco to fill in that little spot that I didn't use that washi with. I'm going to put this up on the top, just sprinkle a little bit all over the place, and we'll see how it looks and turn out. But I thought that that would be cute to go ahead and put the deco up there. So once again, guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell for notifications on my next upload. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at simplyrel. I also have an Instagram for my shop, which is at Simply Roll Budgets. If you're interested in picking up anything from my shop, my subscribers do get 30% off in my shop. You could go ahead and use code YouTube to go ahead and save yourself some coin if you're interested in doing that. If you do want to go ahead and check out my cosmetic brand, we currently have $1.50 lip glosses. The site will be listed in a description bar. All kind of information is in that description bar, so if you're not reading that, then I don't know what the hell you doing, because I tell y'all this every video, like, to read is fundamental. Again, that will be it. I will see you guys on the next video, and you guys, happy planning. Have a safe week. Be safe out there, and remember, real recognize real. So always be yourself. And if you a fake ass bitch, then I think you should unsubscribe me. You should unsubscribe from me because you'll never understand how I feel and where I'm coming from. I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, follow me on the social medias. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.